Julius Singoma is struggling to cope with the trauma of watching his friends die. The senior 2 student of the Lubiriha Secondary School is one of few survivors of the ADF rebel attack in western Uganda. He survived by clinging onto the ceiling when the rebels were attacking his fellow pupils.
Those that were down were being hit with hammers, hoes, pangas and bullets.
Singoma says he only jumped down after the rebels left the dormitory because he was suffocating from the smoke and fire. But the terrorists returned after hearing him fall.
While they are touching and the beds.
They came touching, but I had smeared myself with blood all over my head and body, pretending I'm dead. That's how I escaped.
He escaped without injuries, but he's scared of ever going back to school.
To go to school?
To go to school? I don't think so.
Isingoma's mom is trying to counsel him and convince him to return to school, but only if the government can promise protection for their children.
As parents, we are still fearful that something else can happen, but I can't really leave my son without going to school. So I want government to provide enough security to our children.
The Ugandan army has tightened security around the area, but many schools are worried about the safety of their students.
Some students are reportedly staying away from school over security threats in the area. Schools operating boarding sections are the most affected as students are fearing possible attacks in the night.
The district local officials say they will ensure enough security for the students.
Teaching and learning is all about the mindset, the psychological. It is psychological, and if they are traumatized, they can't do much. But also, he also advised that there is a need to beef up security in these schools.
Singoma's school had only one security guard who was killed before the rebels gained access into the dormitories. Around 6 students were abducted and their whereabouts is not yet known.
We appeal to the attackers to respect schools as a safe environment for all learners.
The Ugandan army says it's pursuing the rebels and will bring back the students. Uganda's President Museveni warns he's sending more troops into the eastern DRC to fight the ADF rebels. Isabel Nakiria, CGTN Kasese, Western Uganda.